We're back again, working on the Lancer. Today we're going to be installing a strut bar. Basically, you can see the hood's up. We're going to be inside the engine bay. It basically sits in between two coilovers, basically adds more stability to the car. Show you where it goes, I'll show you the strut bar, and we'll get into it. As I said, sits over the top here, connects in with these three, so we unbolt these, goes straight across, hooks into the other three, adds a bar, and because it's front wheel drive, doesn't have all the rigidness that the Rally Arts and the Evos do, so this should just help taking corners a bit smoother. It should be a bit more sturdy and overall a bit more safe. Being front wheel drive, we don't like understeer, so this should hopefully fix a little bit of that. So let's take a look at the strut bar we got, and then I'll show you the easiest way to install it. So it's not fully mounted yet, but I'll just put it in line to show you what it will look like roughly. So this is a strut bar from Whiteline. We picked it up from AK Racing, wonderful company up in Queensland. They specialize in Lancers. You name it, they have the part. Really great guys to work with. Even came with a sticker. So we added it to the collection on the window. See me in the reflection there, it's all shiny. So yeah, so great guys. Recommend checking them out. I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below if you haven't heard of them already, which I'd be very surprised if you haven't. So they use 14mm bolts. There's 3 on each side. If you got a deep socket set, makes it a bit easier. We've just got little spanners. I got a second one to give myself a bit of extra leverage because these are pretty tight. Let's get those off now, and then we will get the strut bar installed. So now that we've got the bolts off, and we're going to put it back on, line it up. So these are adjustable, so you can change the positioning. We'll line it up so it looks as even as possible, and then we'll bolt it back down. It also came with these smaller pieces. I'm assuming they're like washers. I'll work out, they do slide over the bolts, so I'll fit these. They came with it, we'll put it on, I'll work out what they're for, and I'll explain it once they're on. Alrighty, so pretty straightforward. You take them off, line it up. Right here, there's a bolt, comes loose on both sides. You can then bend it to even it out, shrink it. We had to shorten it quite a decent bit. It was like fully extended from the factory. Pretty straightforward. It's literally just a screw it in all the way. Tighten these bolts on both ends, makes it all secure. Tighten this one to stop this bar from swinging up and down, and then just go around. How I mounted it was the outer one, this one, and then this one. I don't know what they're called, it's in a circle. So I just went around the circle, both sides back and forth, tightened it until couldn't tighten it anymore. No real specific tightness you have to go to, just until you think that is too tight. So I actually checked before I undid them how tight they felt, and that's where I did it back on. But outside of that, we'll do a little test drive, see how it feels driving with this on, and yeah, we'll go from there. So we just got back from a drive. We definitely have to say it is a lot better to handle around corners. There's a couple corners around town that used to have some issues, but yeah, certainly a lot easier to get around those now. I'll do a community post in a couple days to a couple weeks, just with an update, see how it handles long term. I'm going to tighten up some of the bolts, make sure it's all nice and secure still after the drive. But I think, yeah, it's definitely worth looking at. So I'll leave a link down to AK Racing in the video description. Hit like, smash subscribe. Until we do the next video. Peace out.